Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Let's get ready to rumble!
what's up, everybody? We do not hear you, Billy.
Just living the dream.
There you go. Your picture got kind of fuzzy there for some reason.
Just when that happened, did it get fuzzy, right?
I
Story
know.
of my life.
It's been fine ever since just now. It's really weird.
Yeah, here. Maybe not.
There it goes. Oh, and then back. Right there.
Kind of
Right,
irritating.
there you go.
Kind of irritating, I ain't gonna lie.
Can anybody confirm where Slam is? No. I can tell you I've been in contact with them a couple of times myself, just seeing how they were doing and everything, and I've asked them. Nobody knows. Or they don't know yet. And if they do know, they're keeping it pretty well.
Trust me.
Field.
They got no reason to keep it secret. They want to get it out as fast as they can too, you know.
You do your color now, Billy. Now you look like a Oompa Loompa.
Right. I tell you, man, I'm gonna have to buy me a camera. These webcams are about.
Dude, I still have the same webcam that you have.
Huh?
I still have the same webcam that you have. The Logitech one, because I bought it because you said you used it.
So here's the scoop: is I've been making those videos for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I told you I got a new setup here, kind of deal,
Right?
And it's jacked. I don't know
Yeah, you might just have to go in there and tweak it a little bit or something. Who knows?
Right, but of course we just started, so you know.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm going to wherever it is. That's all I know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where it's at. You know, honestly, I hope it doesn't go any farther away from me than it already is. Because, it's already a 7.5 hour drive for me. I know that's not a lot for everybody else, but that's enough, especially like when I drive everywhere else all the other time. You know, it's kind of nice to be able to go to a show that wasn't that far away. But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 16 for me.
Well, it's like that when I go to yours. When I come down the street every year.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I say. Between that and and all the other shows, it's like, damn it. What's the deal with Fort Ward frequency cap and all the controversy? Well, the deal is you want to answer? Or you want me to, Billy?
You can, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, the deal is we have a frequency cap on all of our classes, all except for the pro classes. The pro classes we don't have a frequency cap on, but every other class we do have a frequency cap on. You have to stay below 53 hertz. If you want to play above 53 hertz, then go play in the pro classes. That's what they're there for, is for you guys that, play above and in the silly, crazy realm of music, but whatever. Anybody that plays that high, basically, that's what them classes are there for.
Yeah, no, man. You bring all the questions you want because that's why we do this.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. We don't mind. We don't mind at all, really.
None at all. Don't mind.
So basically, it's 53 hertz and below for every normal class on that list, except for the ones that say pro. The ones that are listed under the pro classes, them are above 53 hertz. So I hope that kind of answers it a little bit for you.
Yeah, and we had not put it in the rule book. It wasn't in the rule book, wasn't on the score sheet. So I added it recently. We tweaked it a little bit.
It's something I've always did here. And then Billy talked about it, and he realized that I was doing it. So we talked and yada, yada, yada. One thing that, but still.
We really, we're really working hard to standardize, make sure all our judges are doing the same thing after the mess we had last year,
100%. What's up, Jamie? I will see you this weekend.
Right.
In Lincoln, Nebraska. Got a big show we're having there this weekend, so I can't wait. Got my membership.
Is that where Lincoln welders are made?
I wish.
Yeah,
I don't, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. Got my membership today. First org.
Well, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. Where did you get it? Did you get it online?
Yeah, I'm sure you got it online because he's either with me or Dan O'Brien. So,
yeah. Okay. Okay, so look, just knowledge for everybody. We've been doing the member numbers. I know some of you've gotten emails, some haven't, but we changed the number formats. And if you're a member as of like noon or 1 or 2 today, your member number is up on the website. under members, 2025 members. Okay, pay Dan. Cool.
There you go.
Dan should have sent you a link, and you fill that out. We'll make you a member, and you get listed on there. But anyway, you won't have to keep up with your number. First of all, your number is going to be short now. It's 3 digits, and if you did forget it, it's also online.
Well, yes, you're right, Corbin. Except for he changed the numbers, so the numbers are going to be different. But once you learn this new number that he's changed it to, it's never going to change again.
Yeah, I think, Corbin, you've got your number already. I don't know if you have it, but
if it's a 3-digit number, yes. If it's a 3-digit number, you probably have the right one. If it's your zip code plus zeros behind it, it's probably not your new number. So everybody needs to make sure, Jamie, Chris, everybody that's coming to the shows this weekend, make sure you guys go look on basewars.org underneath there and look under your thing so you can figure out where your member number is.
Yeah, if you've become a member already.
Yes.
And if you haven't, Jimmy, y'all just put new in there. Just put new. Don't put their old number in there.
Okay.
So we did that. We have a members top 10 on the homepage of the website, and we also have a regular top 10 too. But the members top 10 is on the face of it. So
are you going to do it this year where it's going to be have one for the members only and then have one for the just average Joe? Is that how you're going to do it?
Yeah, it's already on there. The homepage is the members, and then if you look in the menu up there, or if you're on your phone, you hit them 3 little lines, and it'll drop down, and there's a top 10s there, and that's where the ones that aren't members, everybody's on that one.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everybody will figure it out. It'll make it a little easier. Billy's doing a lot of work on the actual page, so hopefully we're getting.
And I'm working on one, and I don't know how quick this is going to happen, but working on one for all you guys. So every judge will have their own top 10s, and I'm trying to get that fed onto the website as well. But so far, it's been a pretty big challenge.
Yeah, I can understand how, all that different data and all that different stuff, trying to figure out who's where and what's where.
Well, that's 30 different sheets, pulling from the same pool of data. And then having to feed it, and it's not interactive. So, you can't just click it and change the judge to put for yours, so.
Yeah. I mean, we'll figure it out. It's just it's an ongoing thing,
Never ends. I got mine memorized too. I'm number 1.
Mine's pretty easy too.
Yeah.
Two.
Right.
Number 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna be in the lane some this year.
Yeah. With your your new gig that you got going on there?
Yeah, it'll be there first.
It'll be
probably next year.
I love you, Billy, but I've been hearing about this truck for 5 years.
Yeah, well, I had to make a choice, and the Jeep first. So for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna build a Jeep, and I hit all the other orgs up too, or most of the other orgs, if they want to be part. But basically, I'm gonna have this Jeep. It's gonna be wrapped with Base Wars and Kicker, and any of the others that want to get involved. I offered to Mecca, offered to Travis at Iasca. Don't think I talked to Wayne yet, but anyway, if they would like to contribute, we'll wrap it in their stuff too. And we're going to just send it to Jeep and Truck shows. So that's kind of what it is. Right? Oh, yeah. We'll be bringing it to Nebraska.
Yeah.
It's only one problem, Jimmy. That new fancy trailer I bought, this Jeep is too wide to fit on it.
Well, you just have to bring that fancy trailer down to me and let me use it for my Tahoe.
Yeah, that would probably fit on it.
I don't know if it'll hold the weight, though.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that, too.
That'd be the only thing. I don't know what what do you know what the weight of your axles are?
They're 3,500 pounds axles, but they advertise the trailer at 10,000, but the trailer itself weighs 3,500.
I'd be pushing it.
I think I'd just soon find me some 7,000 pound axles, try to get under there. You know?
For sure. Most definitely. Yes, no, he's definitely going to bring it around, Chris. We had already talked about it. He's going to bring it down in this location, and everybody will get to see it one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely. So I think there's.
Oh, man, I appreciate that. Look here, I didn't see that. Well, I'm glad you're having fun with it, man. Yep.
Definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate it. You know, and I don't know. There's a lot of naysayers, but there's also a lot of people that still really enjoy what we're doing and realize that, you know, we're a growing organization. And we're not trying to say that we're perfect or we're better than anybody else, because that's not what we're doing or not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to.
You know what? I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and people forget that, you know, I started Base Wars because we had nothing in the area, right? So we kind of grew into areas where the other orgs wouldn't service, you know? And so I guess what I'm telling you is it never was really planned to be an org. It's not like we set out and says, "Oh, let's go make an org." No. It started out by us just doing our thing, and then, okay, we're going to make a contest out of it. And then so-and-so called me, "Hey, man, can you come over here and do it?" Yeah, no problem. And that's just, and it kind of grew. So, you know, how do I say this delicately? We didn't plan on being an org. It just happened, you know? But then you get so far along, though, you just like, okay, well, we're going to do this. And so I spent a fortune on it. Now it's going to be an org.
Well, I think it got to the point where we started having so much fun and the competitors started having so much fun. And before we knew it, it was boom. Here we are. Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's you know, it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun.
Right. Yeah. 7 shows in a year, man. That's tough. I don't know whatever you guys would do. Right. But I will let the cat out of the bag a little bit about that. Is that you probably won't have to have 7 shows. We're going to start. A couple of guys are going to be doing like two shows, like how you say this? Not 2X, but like you count for 2. One show count for 2.
Yeah, you know? Progressive show. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So and we did that to help the areas where some of the judges got to travel a long ways. Like Richard covers a lot of area, and we don't have anybody down in Florida. So when we go down to Florida, those shows, they'll cost more, but they'll be, you know, progressive, as Jimmy calls it. So it just made to help more people get qualified for us. So then we have areas that they have 50 shows a year. And so when people get their 5, they quit coming, and those judges don't make money. And then they little shows, and we're trying to stop that. So it's like, on one hand, people are qualified, they don't come, so the judges have low attendance. But then in that same area, there'll be people that slacked at the beginning and they need them shows, and we don't want to leave them hanging. So it's a balance, man. So we're going to just try it this way.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you know, it's like we had mentioned earlier, we're still learning, we're still listening. You know, that's one good thing I can honestly say is we're not so up and tidy that we don't listen to you guys. You know, we listen.
I always listen. I may not react. You know, I get accused a lot of I listen. They're like, "Man, are you listening to me? Did you hear what I said?" I'm like, "I hear what you're saying. That don't mean I'm gonna go jump right now and make a move on a rule or something. But I heard you. And when I hear more, then okay. But I guess what I'm saying is, even if I just don't say I'm gonna do, I'm gonna think about it for a while and then do. You know, like our class changes. You know,
absolutely. So
what happens in one area is different in another area.
100%.
You know,
100%.
I remember Pop Tart wanted me to axe some classes that Jimmy runs religiously.
And I was like, no, you shut
Yeah,
the hell
Richard-
up, Pop-Tart. No.
Yeah, Richard in California runs a lot of extreme classes. You know, he's like, man, let's make mayhem an extreme, and you know, because they want to do it. And I'm like, okay, nobody else in the country is doing it. We'd like to do it for them because those guys are fun, and let's give them something to do. We only have so many spots on the term lab we can use, so it's kind of limited. But I'm just saying what one judge is experiencing is not what another one is experiencing. But even the judges don't know that. They're like, well, okay, take the top 10s for an example. The top 10s, some of the judges are like, yeah, let's make it members only. Most of the judges want to make it members only. So that's what we did. But then there was there was two. They were like, it don't need to be members only. I personally didn't think it needs to be members only, but I kind of went with the crowd, with the majority on this and made it members only on the homepage. But that's, you know, we added the other one too, but I'm just saying, you know, what one guy, every area is different.
Absolutely.
So it's hard to please everybody.
Well, we appreciate you, Chris. Thank you.
See, and that's what we want, Chris. We want people to hang out with us. That's why we don't put a points on it. We want your time to spend with us. We want the culture to be built. And that's why we do number of shows as opposed to number of points.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, when it comes right down to it, I mean, we're all there to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. And if you're not enjoying yourself and you're not having a good time, then, I mean, how could you really even call it a hobby?
Right.
Because if you're not enjoying it, how's it a hobby? You know, it's a money pit at that point.
Yeah.
Just be truthful, because you can't get loud cheap. And if you figure
Right.
that one out, I want to know how the hell you did it. But no, all honestly, I mean, you just can't. Spam callers. If you can't, I don't know. It's just really, really hard. I don't know how else to explain it. It's hard. There's a couple people that I've seen. Like, I remember 2 years ago at 712 Boom, there was a guy that literally had like 12 12s in this. It was like an Astro van, but I swear to you, they were like $50 subs.
Yeah.
And the thing sounded really, really good. I mean, granted, he probably wasn't breaking a 55 on the meter, but it sounded really, really good. And he enjoyed it, and everybody else that's in there enjoyed it. So at that point in time, it kind of really didn't really matter to what quality or how much he spent on the sub. It was what he enjoyed and what he liked about it.
Hey, I had a lot of fun before anybody broke a 50 back in the day.
And I remember chasing that 50. Then I remember chasing that 55. Then it went to, I mean, you know, and then you got people out there doing like 80 plus RP,
Right, man.
RP. You know, that none of us normal folks are ever going to touch. I still love it that he still uses the old kicker, man. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's one thing to get a 50, to get a 55, and nowadays the 60s, the really loud new norm. But man, it's, you know, you can tweak things to get that, but what do you tweak to go from a 185.5 to a 185.6? I mean, what the hell, you know?
I mean, a lot.
That's a rebuild.
Like thousands of dollars. Seriously.
Right.
Somebody told me at one point in time, I remember it was like, plan on it being like $2,000 to $3,000 every dB.
Oh, now it's way more than that. When you get up there,
once you get up above 60s, it's probably like 5,000 per dB.
Right.
Hey,
can you imagine unloading a sub at 185? You just unloaded all of them. If you unload one of them, I bet.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know.
I mean, can you imagine the money blown by if some little something you forgot to close a vent or whatever? You know, oh my God.
I would love to just sit back and kind of pick RP's brains and Hank and just kind of just watch the before and after and trying to see exactly how many subs and how many amplifiers and how many thousands of dollars that it took him to get it from we'll just say a 160 to a 185.
Or that time. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
I remember seeing them build the damn, when they did that one minivan where they flipped it up and they filled it full of concrete. I mean, I've seen them do some really badass shit.
Wow. Said he's not blown a sub yet.
You know,
That is crazy.
That's badass.
And a 158 with 610s is pretty dang loud.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I've actually never personally got to see RP's van. I would like to see.
I did at the IASCA finals last year. He was playing with it, and I'll be honest, man. We were in a building for sure, but man, 185, 182, 183, whatever he was messing with, had the door open, and dude, you don't want to walk up to it.
I mean, I do. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I mean, I'm not trying to sit in there by any means.
It was knocking light bulbs out of the ceiling that was 50 foot high.
Yeah, that's badass.
I
mean, that's really badass. I'm sorry, pardon my language, but that's badass.
I would say I was probably 100, 150 feet away, kind of in the corner by the snack bar.
Right.
And you know when your ears get pressured up when you're in a vehicle.
Yeah.
My ears pressured up like that far away from his vehicle. We were in a building, but still, they pressured up.
Yeah. Imagine it.
Oh no, I don't want to be by no cruise ship horn either.
Oh. I'd rather sit in a 170 build than sit next to a cruise ship horn. Hell with that.
Right.
Well, that's pretty badass.
2 DB since finals, man.
That's pretty badass. Absolutely. I'm sure I've gained too. I blew a sub right before I ran. So my amps are, I have 2 subs on 1 amp. So I blew one of the subs. So I just clipped the wire and shut off the amp. So basically 2 subs were just being passive radiators when I ran.
Yeah.
So
dang.
We'll see.
Speaking of that, man, I'm going to have some massive hippos for sale. 6 of them.
Yep.
I'll probably take them out of the Jeep tomorrow. So anybody's interested in those, I would trade them for something. I would sell them. I don't care. I just don't want to put them on the floor and store them.
I trade you for a really nice tape dispenser. It's got the Kansas City
right.
on it. They're winning.
Yeah, man, they're doing pretty well, huh?
Look, it even comes with tape.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Right?
All right, fine. I'll throw in the Snap-on beer bottle opener.
That thing's worth
that thing's expensive.
$500.
Just because it says Snap-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send me a message later on about what you want for them, and I'll ask around here because I got some people that might buy them from you.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking 350, 300. They say they sell for like 900. I ain't sure. So third, a little better than third is where I'm at on them.
So
I don't know really anything about them.
What are they? 12, 15s? What?
15s.
15s?
Yep, 615s in that Jeep.
There you go, guys. There you go.
Yeah. And I don't know exactly what all the high end is, but I'm going to pull it all out too and probably sell it. I don't know what they are.
Yeah. Well, I might wind up buying some of that for me for my daily, depending on what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some people like them. The hippos, they say, are good. I just never, no ruckus for me, Brett. Never have dealt with that. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I bought this Jeep and it had those in there. So technically now I can't say this, but until I had these right here, I've not owned a subwoofer that wasn't a kicker since I was 12.
That's pretty badass.
That's the reason I don't ever comment on the other subs, because I just don't know. I can comment on what I see in the lanes. I tell you what I'm looking forward to in South Africa. No specific vehicles really, but I'm looking forward to hanging out with the competitors there. I'm
jealous.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. They seem to be kind of where we were years ago, and as their builds are pretty, still.
Right.
They take a lot of pride in them, and I look forward to hanging around with them and seeing that. That's kind of awesome. I really can't wait. It's only, I think we're leaving in a week or two, a couple weeks, I think.
Are you? You going over there?
Yeah. RP's going. Me and RP going.
You and RP both are going? I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Well, that's pretty
Yep.
badass.
Yep.
That's pretty badass. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
let me
man.
know. I got a passport, damn it.
Right? Gotta use it. Yeah, man. Their stuff is clean. I really look forward to it.
100.
I really do.
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of it, and I've been trying to catch their videos and the stuff when they put it up. That's what I've been telling everybody. I'm not really. I fly out on the 22nd. He said. I don't think people are really ready for South Africa over here. I don't think they realize how loud they are over there. Some of our competitors are going to have their hands up.
I think they have some cars that are advantageous. They'll get loud, kind of like our CRXs. I think they have several cars that are just kind of like that over there.
Yeah.
RP could answer that better than me, but they definitely are getting loud.
Yeah. Everything I've seen is pretty badass. I'll be honest with you. So I don't know. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're going to have some really crazy numbers, and everybody's going to be like, what the hell? Watch.
Yeah.
I promise you.
And they have challenges over there too, especially with our org, because like I told you, their amplifier ratings are much higher than ours, even though they don't put the power out. They have 100,000 watt amplifiers that clamp 6,000 watts, 7,000 watts. But for us, it's manufacturer rated.
Yeah.
So they deal with that, but they're dealing with it, Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it could be a possibility. It does have something to do with the climate, the elevation, all that stuff. Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know how they fare with all that. I know this, when it's winter here, it's summer there, and vice versa.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people doing that, and I've heard a lot of people waxing their ports too as well. And I've seen some things. I've definitely seen some things, and I'm not going to try to give out anybody's secrets or what they're doing or how they're doing it. But I've been seeing some cool shit with Port Wars. I think some of y'all are lacking on the ideas. I'm just going to say.
Yeah. Port Wars. I put a new rule up. So let me tell you guys about this. If you're into Port Wars, you can't first of all, you can't put a cap on your port, right? I had to state that. And then also you can't,
a cap,
like close your cap, like close it up, because then it would just be in the box. But
it'd be a steel box at that point.
Also, we made it to where you can't put a loading wall within 8 inches of it. Like some people would put something right in front of the port, put the sensor in there and put something in front of it, even though it's not capped off, right?
Well,
so basically put a loading wall there. So
what do you, if you're, and I'm just trying to understand this myself too. Well, what if they have, say they have 212 box sitting in the trunk and their port sticks out that far and it's that close to the back of their trunk lid?
That's
a
the reason I left it at 8 inches. So that it would allow for people to have a box in. Most of the ports don't poke out in those kind. They just even with the box. Sometimes it could get us in a little trouble as far as that. But for the most part, I figured 8 inches away from the port most of the time is going to be okay.
Okay. So there you guys go.
It wasn't Tony. Somebody did contact me. We went back and forth on it. I just can't remember who it was.
I seen them messaging you yesterday, or messaging the thing yesterday, asking about it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's some exciting things coming this year. There's some exciting people coming this year.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be some new and exciting things just all around, period.
Did you see the scores that they put up in the pro classes out there? Greg Corbin and Jeremiah and all them. Jeremiah did that with subs missing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard he was missing 2 subs.
Two of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all better watch out. We got some loud people running. I'm telling you. You know, and I heard RP's going to start playing in New York this year too. So y'all are really going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's right.
don't get me wrong. He ain't going to be in any of the small classes, so y'all will be fine there.
Right.
But once RP steps into a class, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah, he'll have some fun with it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's got some competition though.
It'd be kind of pretty cool.
For his sake, I hope he comes out at about a 170 and has to fight to get a 180. Probably not going to happen. Right?
It'd be pretty cool to see him and Carlos.
We want him to be challenged.
It'd be cool to see him and Carlos and Greg and everybody kind of in one class just playing around.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know first, second, third, whatever. We're not trying to go there, but I think it would be fun just to see the 80s builds play around with each other for a while.
Oh, it would, yeah.
Versus them all just saying, oh, I'm loud. Nope, I got that chance. Oh, I got this
yeah.
chance. Oh, play around. Let's see it.
Right. I don't foresee any changes in the assassin class. I think those classes are pretty solid. We made very few changes this year, and I hope to make none next year. I hope we finally are settled on what we'll do. You know,
for the most part, we really didn't change any classes. We just added a couple.
Yeah, we added and dropped. You know.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
I hope we don't change anything. I hope it just works out to where people like what we got and we don't have to change.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, at some point in time, it's going to have to be enough's enough.
Yeah, that's the reason I waited so long to do world records. It's because we changed our classes every year. It would have made no point to have a world record in the stealth class, let's say, that was completely different 3 or 4 years ago.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Absolutely. That's pretty cool. Hell yeah. My first. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with some of the stuff here. Why do we have to sit in the normal seat?
What was that?
Because hot seat is created as a class called hot seat for a reason. You need to be sitting in the seat with the mic at your chest, holding that mic right there. Now, you can lean forward or you can lean backwards all you want to, but you have to have that microphone sitting right there at your chest mid-level. It is called hot seat for a reason.
Yeah. Or you get you a little stuffed animal like we talked about and sew a meter in there.
No, I still disagree with that. It's called hot seat. If you can't find somebody to sit in your car, then you need to get a different.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
I got the big ass over there. But
the problem you have is when you do that, like what we had is we had a guy, he did it. Somebody volunteered, he got in there, but the guy couldn't hang. So the guy bowed out. Then the guy's voltage, the competitor's voltage was gone, and he couldn't get it back quick enough, you know. So it turned out to be an ordeal. And
no, I get it. I understand, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we had discussed, you know, it's called hot seat for a reason. You have to have somebody sitting in there getting the hot seat. It's not called hot stuff animal.
Yeah. But if Carlos or RP or any of them want to do it, you need a stuffed animal.
They're not going to do a music run. They're not doing music runs like that. Well, maybe Carlos might. I don't know. I don't know if RP does music runs. As far as I know, he only burps.
If it's a class he's interested in, he'd do it. Even if they don't play on peak, they still do 80.
Yeah, they can just turn it down and still do that.
Sit in 80. Right?
You have to put it on a watermelon and turn it up.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, y'all cleaning this mess up.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I think there's probably, it looks like 4 or 5 shows going on this weekend. So there's going to be some decent shows left. You know, yes, we had finals and the 2024 season is over, but 2025 season is up and running and we don't really never stop. I kind of slow down a little bit down here in the Midwest because nobody wants to go out and have a show when it's 30 degrees outside or there's snow on the ground. And unfortunately, I don't have a location where I can have shows inside. I'm kind of trying to work on some things. So maybe possibly in the next year or two, we'll see, but I don't know. we'll just kind of play that out how it's working. So I don't know.
Yeah, down here we'll be wearing shorts in February.
Yeah, see, no, not here. It's cold as fuck. I'll be in Vegas February, so I might be wearing shorts too. So
No, you probably won't. It's cold there too, man.
Is it cold there too?
Yeah, man. I don't know what's up. Every time I go out there now, I freeze. No shooting days, it's like, man, it's so hot you can't breathe. Go out there now, it's like, man, give me my thermals.
I don't know. I've always wanted to move down where you're at. I like where you're at down there. So
Yeah, you get used to that humidity. It's not that big a deal.
yeah, I don't know. I just like the fact that it only gets 50 degrees. That's the coldest you guys get down there. Shit, I'm down with that.
We occasionally get in the 30s, you know.
I'd be wearing shorts all the time.
Yeah, we don't go outside when it's in the 30s.
Well, yeah, when it's in the, I guess your 30s would be like our fucking 20 below here.
Yeah,
because we get some.
It's a humid cold, you know. So it's it's cold, but I mean, still nothing like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. If you guys haven't realized, the second and third place trophies are being mailed to your judges. Most of them have them already and should be getting them to you guys very shortly. The first place trophies are going to be mailed out, I believe, as promptly as next week, I believe.
Yeah. So they got the green light for that, but they're all at SEMA. So,
so yeah, your other trophies, they're being mailed out, but unfortunately they're being mailed out from a third party. So they'll come directly to you competitors and not us. So you won't have to worry for them to get mailed to us and then we have to mail them to you or whatever. They're going directly to you guys. So
yeah,
that should cut some of the time down on that part. But for the most part, you guys should be getting your second and third place trophies here within probably the next day or two, hopefully.
Yeah, and I'd be lying, or let me say this. I'm going to fess up. One reason you probably don't already have them is simply because we had some issues with addresses and judges saying, send me this or don't send me this. They didn't send the accurate information, you know. So that really set us back a little time.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, Brett. Are you going to Ruckus, Brett? I don't know if he answered that question. I didn't see you answer that one.
He's not. He's coming over here in the morning to borrow my meter.
Are you coming to Pensacola Saturday?
Yeah, I hope he does. I don't know if I will or not, but I was going to. I think I wound up with Nathan's award. You mailed it to me. You can tell me whose it is. I don't know.
I think it might be his. I don't know. I can't remember. My mama mailed all that, not me.
But I might ride over there just to give that to you. You know. I had planned on finish gutting that Jeep.
Yeah.
You get a kick out of this. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to try to fix the problem because I don't know what the problem is, and I am not going to hunt it since I'm fixing to gut it, right?
Right.
But my battery's in the back of the Jeep sitting at 3.7 volts, and the amps still play. Riddle me that.
What kind of batteries are they?
North Star.
You know, North Stars are normally really good batteries. Yeah,
right. So, but I put a charger on.
I was gonna say, I wonder if your meter. I wonder if the meter's bad, or that the voltage meter that's telling you.
Oh no! I used my Fluke.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I checked at the battery, but I want that Astro, man.
Huh? You want what Astro?
Says he's working on this Astro. I wanted that thing so bad. Too poor for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
But yeah, so one of the back batteries was sitting at 3.7, and they ranged on up to 5 volts, all different. They come from the same alternator, which was is a GP actually. Tyler built it. You know?
Okay.
So
the batteries probably came from Tyler too, as well.
Probably.
North Stars, yeah.
And so there's 4 of them in there. 4 of those long, skinny ones, you might say.
Oh, the 480s. Yes, sir. I know exactly which ones they are. Have you tried putting them on a reconditioner and then throwing it back on there?
It's on a reconditioner right now, one of them. But I'm taking them out. I bought some other battery to go in there. So we're not going to have a battery problem.
They were still decent batteries, though. I've used them for years.
So they'll be for sale too if I can make them back to life.
Hell, I might buy one of them for I can throw it in my camper.
Yeah.
Use it as a battery for my camper.
Yeah. They're not old. They said they was less than 6 months old.
They got to be a little older than that because North Star is no longer in business. It's actually Odyssey Battery now. They changed a year and a half.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the label, so I don't know what it actually is. That's what he told me.
If I'm correct, and I'm not 100% for sure, hell, Travis might be able to tell you, but North Star changed it was bought out by Odyssey Battery. I want to say about a year and a half ago. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, the thing used to, when we first built the Jeep, man, the doors would do the wave. I mean, it was a good demo vehicle. Right now, the way it is, won't even wave my hair.
Man, that's hard.
So I got to looking and 3.3 volts. I noticed that when I cut the key off, there's some LED strips in the box. They would barely light up. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Not only the battery's not been for whatever reason, maybe not charging through the isolator or whatnot. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't dive into it because I felt like I was going to gut it,
Well, most of the Jeeps have a parasitic draw on them anyways. So, I mean, if that vehicle's going to sit for any distance of time, you need to be putting a battery.
It would kill the front battery in a day.
See, I definitely have, I have I can't even think of the name of it now, but I bought one of the battery chargers for a trickle charger. Yeah, but it's from GP and them for when I bought my 480s, because I used to have 480s in my minivan when I ran that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've dealt with them a lot, but you definitely got to keep them on a trickle charger. They'll go dead on their own.
Yeah. Well, and I have it because the guy that had it, he was just tired of it. He went from doing Jeep and stuff to going fishing with the grandkids. And so, literally, I got it because he just really wanted it out of his yard. And it's a 2010 model Jeep with 70,000 miles on it.
Man.
And I got a deal on it I just couldn't pass up.
Man, that thing sounds badass.
Yeah.
Sounds badass. There's a big, huge Jeeping community down here. Like I was telling you, they do a lot of crawling, a lot of off-roading, and there's a lot of trails around here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so I reached out to Kicker to see if they wanted to help me build it and send it to some Jeep shows, And so they said, yes, they would like to get involved. And so that's what we're going to do. That's why I'm gutting it. Going to put Kicker in it.
Yeah, that's what I said too, Travis. I knew they were.
Isn't that, like I said, I don't know. That's what we put in originally. I assume that's what's still there, but it's got a box around it, and I can't see the label. So
if it's blue and white, it's a North Star. The bottom part of it's blue, and the top's got a little white top on it. Yeah.
Well, there's a metal box around it, and you have to take the top off the Jeep to even see that.
Oh, I got you.
All I can see is the wires coming from it.
Most definitely. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to see it when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and this is not going to be long. It's not that they put a time limit on me or anything, but I think they're expecting kick off February, March. For it to be out and going and playing.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about mine. I've all the time and effort that's been into mine. Now it's time for me to finally doing a little bit more tweaking and tuning and get my new door speakers in and turning that bitch up.
Right.
I'm happy. I don't know. Eventually, I'm going to get some bigger subs and put in there, and maybe some more amps. I don't know, but we'll see. I got to deal with what I have for now. I don't have Billy's monies. I'm limited.
Right.
I got a limited.
Billy out of money too. That's why he had the big Kicker.
Yeah, I spent all my money on the build. Now I can't afford to do anything.
Right. Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. My money is going towards our website. I've already agreed to purchase what we're going to use for awards next year at finals. So that's happening in the next 2 weeks, and so that's really where all my money's going. The websites cost a fortune, man.
Right, absolutely. So I don't know.
Something else. Oh, yeah, I'm buying batteries for those too. So my truck and that.
Yeah. You buying batteries for your truck already?
Yep. I'm gonna come out with a lot of battery power, right? And so I found, actually somebody found it for me, but I found 1,500 amp hours for $2,700 C-Max.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have some long conversations about C-Max if you don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, I know how. Just can't charge the crap out of them, so.
Better leave it on a charger.
Right, a small one.
Well, yeah. I have my charger that I got upstairs, but I want to say I was one of the first people, besides Hank, obviously, one of the first people to really put the C-Max in shit. I was probably one of the only people that daily drove with my C-Max in my Nitro. And I had 390 amp hours of C-Max in my Nitro. So, I mean, I could definitely tell you the pros, the cons, the do's, the don'ts. And hell, even all the way up to the day that I sold that damn thing, they still were not in compression kits, just so I could prove a point to a lot of people that they didn't know what they had.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you just treat them right, they'll treat you right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put 500 amp hours in the Jeep.
Okay.
And thousands in the truck.
It's
battery power. Right.
They're good batteries, but a lot of people don't understand is they're used batteries when we are getting them. They've already got 150, 200,000 miles already put on them batteries. And there's already a lot of wear and tear on the batteries already. Yeah. So I always kind of cringe when there's somebody out there trying to lie to somebody and say, oh, these are brand new batteries. No, they're not. No, they're not. Unless you found a factory somewhere that's hiding a bunch of them that's been selling them. No, they're not. There is no such thing as new C-Max batteries out there.
Yeah.
There might be some that has very low mileage on it,
right.
But there's not. And see, that's the problem is like, my son-in-law actually worked for a body shop, so he was actually getting the guy that he was buying the 95 amp hour batteries. He was writing the mileage on the batteries, so we actually knew what was what, and we were trying to get the lowest mile batteries that we could. So a lot of that things matter as well too. So you guys also got to think, if you're buying a battery that's got 200,000 miles on it, that battery's pretty well clapped out.
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna put them underneath the Jeep along the frame rail. That's what I'm gonna do with these. I'm not gonna put them inside the vehicle.
See that done? Definitely see it done for sure.
Probably will turn them upside down, so if they vent out, they just vent down to the ground. And not to mention, the frame is 3-4 feet off the ground. I don't plan to go off road.
Well, damn.
Even though it's got big 40s on there, tires are big.
Why not? If you're taking it to the Jeep events, you want to be able to go back into the holler where everybody's back there.
Understand, man. There's a couple things I don't understand. One, it's side by sides, right? No way I'm spending 20 to 30 or 40 grand and then accessorizing one of these things and taking and dumping it in the river or the mud. That ain't gonna happen, not for Bill. So the Jeep's going to get washed up and pretty. And guess what? I ain't going to take it in the mud and I have to come detail every nut and bolt on the bottom side of that thing, because that's what I do. My stuff's got to be cleaned. We might wrap it in Bisqueen when we move it, when we haul it. I don't like cleaning them, but I like them.
Billy's going to bring that Jeep down here to one of our Jeep contests or our mud events down here. And Billy's like, I'm not even taking this off the trailer. Nope.
Right. Yeah, man.
Because I'm telling you, a lot of the Jeep events down here is the motherfuckers go get dirty just rolling in the parking lot. You ain't even got to go
I
off
mean, no
road.
dirt at all, right? But like one thing that does annoy me about this is, and it's older. It's 2010. We're in the South, so things rust, and so man, I'm gonna have to the frame.
You don't
I
know
gotta find
nothing
a way
about
to make
rust.
it black, huh?
You don't know nothing about rust where you're at. Come down here where I'm at. I'll show you all
Yeah,
about
all that
rust.
salt y'all got. Yeah, we don't
I'll
do
show
that.
you about rust down here, sir.
Yeah.
Come down here. Let me show you. And I drive a
Mhm.
2007. It sits out there in the snow and the rust and everything else. I don't have a
Yeah.
garage. It big sits outside in the driveway right now.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
last year, I went and bought a car cover for it to put over the top of it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna stop it though, is it?
No, not really.
Yeah.
You just got to keep it clean. Wash it every once in a while, make sure you're getting the grime, the salt, the dust, and all the bullshit off, But when it comes right down to it, everything's going to rust eventually. It's just how well you take care of it is how longer it's going to last you. If you don't take care of it, don't do nothing, it's going to rust real quick and fall apart real quick.
Well, so I got to find a way to clean the frame and some other parts of that Jeep up because I ain't having that. Right. And you don't want to do a freaking frame restoration. I'm not there yet. I just don't want that thing looking bad.
Yeah. You try to take and have it sandblasted and have it rhino lined.
Yeah.
A lot of that can be done. Not even
A lot about that too. That seems like that would be easy, and probably
Appreciate
like everybody and their mother would do that. So I want to do something different. I don't know what. So I might just put batteries in front of it. Like I said, put batteries on that frame rail.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure you'll figure out something with it.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, not sure.
Appreciate you, Shannon. Have a good night, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. No. Let's see.
Is it 8 o'clock there too?
What's that?
Is it 8 o'clock there or 9 o'clock there?
It's 8 here for me.
See, why does it seem like 9, man?
It's because of the time change.
I guess.
Because it should be 9, but it's 8 because of the time change.
Yeah.
That's why it's dark outside right now instead of it being daylight.
It's been dark for a long time.
No, it just sucks.
Yeah.
I hate the time change. That's one thing I really, really hate. But, I am from the Midwest, and I'm from all the farming communities, whatever the hell are all around me. So I understand why they did it, but I still hate it.
Yeah.
Still hate it. So, yeah.
Hmm. Well, all right, sir. I say we call it a night. Unless anybody's got some questions they'd like for us to answer. I think we told them about the top 10s. Member numbers that thing's kind of happening now. We got our spreadsheet that I've been talking about.
Yep.
So,
and if you guys haven't got your new member number, just look on the spreadsheet. It'll probably be there. And if God forbid, if it gets overlooked, we're not saying that we're perfect. If somebody gets overlooked, message your judge or message Billy. We'll get you taken care of.
Yeah. And like I said, you'll start to populate on the members. You can tell if you're a member, if you've ran, well, for some of the classes you might not can. They're already kind of filled up. But I'm going to send everybody an email with their new number if I have your email. So if you did it through a judge, you need to make sure that the judge sends you the link and you can fill that out so that I'll have your email so I can send you your number. Or so far, all the numbers are published on the website too. So
yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've been refreshing them daily. I will do them like on Friday, so the judges will have those member numbers if they want to go look. But I've been doing them daily now because we're getting a lot at one time. So
absolutely, yeah. So, all right, well, you ladies and gentlemen have a great night. We appreciate the hell out of you. Hopefully you enjoyed our little hour that we chit-chatted with you, and feel free to reach out to any one of us or any one of your judges at any point in time if you have a problem, concern, or maybe even just a question. I can't tell you we'll always be, right on point and message you back, but we'll get to you, I promise. So,
yep.
Have a great night, everybody.
See ya.